White 20! What's that? Here we go. 180. What's that? Here we go. Tonight. 180. Hey, tonight. Here goes turbo. Set. What's that? Dot. 180. Turbo set. Set. White 20. Super 1. Super 1. What's that? Cut! 180! What's that? Cut! White 20! What's that? Tonight! What's that? Here we go, tonight! White 20! What's that? That 180! Maverick Wolf! That! Here we go! Black 20! What's that? Here we go, tonight! 180! Here we go, here we go. Ric Flair! What's that?
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit. Welcome to week. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to go to work, and they'll do so behind Daniel Jones in his 6th season now out of Duke.
And he's coming off an injury-shortened season where he only played in 6 games, going 1-5 over that span with just 3 total touchdowns on the year. But the Giants have a lot of confidence in him. They didn't draft a quarterback this year, and they're looking for him to bounce back and prove that last year was an anomaly.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 5. On the counter, this is Singletary. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years, and he's rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
On first down, it's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Rolling to his right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Goff on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Knight on the handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
This is Knight. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Hooker being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Hooker going to try to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Locke. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 13. Here's Locke. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Locke to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. John Kaminsky drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hooker. Pass complete downfield. It's Raymond. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A first carry now for Craig Reynolds. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here comes the Lions punter now. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Handoff now. It's Gray with it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Aleem McNeil, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. And this one is incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
So here come the Lions now. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Khalif Raymond.
58 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a two-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
John Kaminsky got him down defensively.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Locke's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Locke's throw complete there to Johnson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Locke working out of the gun.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Giants.
Eric Gray.
54 yards.
And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 28-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Carlos Basham able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. On second down, it's Reynolds.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Hooker's going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Complete to right. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. From midfield, here's Locke.
No escape from Locke, and he'll go down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw it is Locke. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They look to throw. It's Locke.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now Locke. Got to have this one.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Hooker.
Forced out to his left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
On the carry, here's Knight.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On 1st and 10, Hooker.
Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A run with Knight.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Bam, Knight.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Lock's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Block now to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lock going to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Able to find Gray here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.
The players on your team earned quickly upgrade your team at the end. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. Here are a player's motivations. How well you... Welcome to your franchise staff. Here staff points can, when you have to see what some talent trees make you select a path to follow.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. City Chiefs taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Brandon Godd and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to three-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mahomes to throw on second down.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Mahomes now to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mahomes going to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the end zone, Goff. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on third, Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
It's Kelce on the ground.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
We're scoreless after 1.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And this one's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And right with it here over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Goff now looking to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Patrick going to change the play. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Two minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mahomes now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. So the completion good. 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Second down and 4. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your
touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down. There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play, because if it doesn't work, there's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
Now Goff on first down. And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gone. Sliding out of the pocket. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Third down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So we have reached. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame, because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Up the middle they go. It's Knight. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, it's Knight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Hooker. Flushed out right. And in for the Lions touchdown. Khalif Raymond, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away now from moving out in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really, it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, the field goal can still get you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Hooker to throw it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Hooker. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's Hooker. He's got right on the short throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hooker on first down. They shakes him off. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hooker back near his goal line. He's got right on the short throw.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carson Wentz. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 5. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Hooker now on first down.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They'll hand off to Reynolds.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Knight sheds off the tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Knight.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 35.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Knight. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle they go. Knight. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down.
Up the middle they go. Knight. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
This is 1st and 10.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And his first pass is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the give, here's Gibbs. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. In motion goes Raymond. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 10 yards out. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Harris running straight ahead, and he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Goff. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Dancing to his left. Finds Gibbs on the check down. That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Khalif Raymond. 44 yards. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So their 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the 1st score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they're in an early hole. The 1st drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Aiden Hutchinson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first down throw. Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flushed out right. That one let go deep for Laporta. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Hand off now to Gibbs. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Now Fields going to move them around. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. A handoff for Warren. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Knight on the handoff.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Throwing. Hooker.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Remember now, no overtime in the preseason, but where the score is at now, overtime would be unlikely. If these guys can put it in the end zone here.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So out now come the Lions.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
This is Knight.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, Hooker. Buying time to his left. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Hooker. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Able to get away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hooker. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. On the carry, here's Knight. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Hooker's looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
There we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's 1st down. And one last throw here for Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, a familiar face for the other sideline, a guy drafted first overall the year the Rams moved back to L.A., and the face of the franchise really for 5 seasons, Jared Goff. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Flushed out right. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin a long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The L.A. offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
Stafford is one of those quarterbacks who didn't get the credit he deserved for the majority of his career. due to the fact he's playing on teams that often didn't make the playoffs. But that narrative emphatically changed when he changed his surroundings and won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He's had a few injuries in the intervening years, but now that he's fully healthy, he plans on getting his team back into the championship conversation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action, Stafford. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Goff now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
That's the way to do your thing, man. Good job. Good job.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 70 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And this is now a 1-point game. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
On 1st down, it's gone. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this young man does nothing but continue to ascend to the top of the wide receiver charts. Very similar to his team. Last year alone, he finished in the top 5 in catches, yards, and touchdowns, tied for 2nd in the league with 119 total grabs. Not bad for a former 4th-round pick, and he and his Lions continue to take aim at the rest of the league.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he's got some space here.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Goff on first down.
Right side to Williams.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Good call, baby.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Derrick Henry, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we'll jet east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at the Link. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, take 2 for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So potential play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This looks like a free play for Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to because...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll go down at the 28. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Gone. Forced out to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Hand off now to Gibbs. A strong running. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. Followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford on first down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now 3rd down and 7. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, it's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Goff going to throw it. It fights him off. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 45 yards. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Throwing now, Goff. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Lions, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Garden. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you